Public opinion clearly is very important for politics, but it's important to report on public opinion accurately and inform the public on opinion polls, and this is where our project comes in. We work on the Irish polling indicator, which is a polling aggregation project, and basically collected every single opinion poll on party support in Ireland since the 1980s. So we have now over 750 opinion polls and can use that to train and validate a so-called Bayesian statistical model that tracks support for political parties over time. We want to give people better tools and data to understand politics and improve democratic debate. We publish all data open source after the release of new polls, and we also have various tools to make our results accessible to the public. We also try to add additional data documents and make that accessible to everyone. So for example, we collected over 90 party manifestos for parties basically since the 1990s. So you can see which party mentioned certain policy areas at a given moment in time. That ultimately helps keeping parties to account, because journalists or voters can look at what parties actually promised before an election. Our polling indicator is pretty accurate in matching the first preference vote share at elections. Even though there was a lot of discussion last year in 2024 about opinion polls and biases, we observed the lowest differences between polls and election results, which clearly shows that opinion polls are good indicators of party support and that they provide meaningful signals. The project also showed that there are limits to opinion polls. We clearly showed, based on our analysis, that polls should not be used to predict European Parliament election results or local elections. We have a large amount of visitors who go to our website, inspect the data, but the impact doesn't stop there. News outlets have used our data for interactive dashboards. For example, The Guardian published their own dashboard based on our data before the election. The Financial Times did the same. BreakingNews.ie also followed that pattern. And that really helps to bring those data and messages to a very wide audience that does not have to see our website, but that simply consults newspapers. In Ireland, TV and radio are still very important and have very high viewerships, and that helps to get the message across beyond our website that the public can use to get more information on the methodology and the most recent results. Ultimately, we want to encourage citizens to participate in democracy, be interested in politics, follow public opinion, and encourage them to vote.